Well, thank you for watching this video. In this video, I'll focus on understanding item types in QuickBooks Desktop. So items list. Uh, so that's the one we're going to focus on in this video. Okay, so I'm on QuickBooks Desktop, and item list. It will say items and services. It's under company, and you can also go to item list from list and item list. Go to the same place. Okay, so first of all, items are uh, in generally what you sell, and items are what you buy in QuickBooks. Uh, Items are used on all customer transactions. Items are uh, also used on purchase transactions. So these items they provide a quick means for data entry in QuickBooks. So in summary, the role of items is to handle behind the scenes uh, accounting flows of sales, purchasing, inventory, and some other items. So I'm on item list now, and in order to add item list, all you have to do is at the bottom you'll see item and select new. That's item. Adding new items at the bottom, and I'll control N right there. Or you can just right click and you'll see new. Okay, and then when you click right new, you can also change customize columns in here. You can add or subtract these columns. Um, so this video I'm going to focus on item types, all these types. So we have a service type, inventory part, non-inventory, other charge, subtotal, group, discount, payment, and sales tax item and sales tax group. So this company file is, as you can see here, it deals with the computer retail store. It's a retail store, and so they resell computer items, and they also provide service, installation, and that kind of stuff. So this will apply to manufacturing as well as some other type of businesses. So I'm going to cover service as well as a non-service and inventory reselling type of business, also manufacturing, and do some assembly. So anyway, so we have a separate videos just dealing with the assembly part and group items and inventory in detail. So you want to check that one out later on. But in this video, I'm just going to focus on certain items types, in general. Okay, so the first one I'm going to start with is the service one. Okay, so service one, I'm going to right click it here. I'll show you how I I did the setup in here, and so this one is called installation. That's the item name, or a number. You can issue number too. And so installation, if you're in consulting business, you can say consulting, or you're just billing for labor hours, you can just say hours or labor hours. So you can decide how do you want to display this item name on your sales receipt. And then you create rate. This is the amount I want to use for billing, for invoicing my customer client, $80. So that way I don't have to type it again. When I create invoice, I will see $80. And then you have to decide whether this installation is taxable or not. If it's non-taxable, just select non-taxable. Of course, first you got to have a tax code set up, and then the last one, you got to select your income account. Where do you want to see this item posted in your income statement? So in this case, I just picked installation income, like service income, and if it's not on your chart of accounts, all you have to do is go to add new, and then select your create your account type. income account type in your chart of accounts. Okay, so and this one, service and non-inventory, it's very similar. It works a very similar way. So this one is for service, and the other one, if you are selling part but you're not tracking it, then you just use non-inventory type. So it's a non-inventory type, and let's say this one, the cables here. So cables, I don't want to track inventory. I just want to buy it and sell it later on. And when I buy it, I want to expense it. Okay, so it's basically it's non-inventory type, and you set up the price, and then you select your merchandise sales. This is product sales type, and then you have a tax code. So I'm going to charge sales tax whenever I sell non-inventory part, taxable sales. So that's how it's set up on this one. Okay, so now I'm just going to create one sales receipt for services and inventory part. Okay, so Jimmy Smith is my customer. I'm going to select installation as a service, and then I'm going to select uh, the non-inventory one, which is the cables one. So right here, the cables, it's a 1 hour or fixed for $80 price, and then $2 for the cables. So that's your sales for service, sales for non-inventory. So your revenue is going to be these two. So in here, installation, let's say you don't want to charge sales tax, the non-taxable, and save and close. Okay, so if you look at the journals here, you can look at the journals, see how it's posted, or you can look at the financial actually, profit and loss. As you can see here, $80 is your income for non-inventory sales and merchandise. I'm sorry, the other way. The $80 is your service income, and merchandise is your product sales, $82. And there's no cost in here because you haven't entered in the cost separately. Okay, and then let's look at the other one here. I'm going to come back to inventory, assembly, and group later on, but I'm going to focus on other ones. So other charts here. So what is other charts? Other charts, you normally use it for like a shipping income that you charge to your customer, and some other delivery setup fees. Just like it's like a non-revenue. It's revenue, but it's not your main business type. Okay, so shipping, and then in this case, you have to select your uh, account is always this is this account. So this is always the income account. You're billing to your customer. That means your income, money coming in. And although you may have to pay $5 to UPS or something, or USPS, but still you have to treat it as income. So don't try to use it as cost of goods sold or expense. It's not an in and out type, so you have to separate as income type. Okay, let's go back to that company, the customer sales receipt again. Alright, so as the one we did. Okay, so this is the shipping one. It's $5 and it's non-taxable, or could be sales taxable depending upon your state. Sales. Okay, so other charge is done. Now let's go back to subtotal here. Subtotal, it's you want to you sold a couple of items. You want to separate service subtotal, and then you want to subtotal for inventory part or non-inventory part, and or you give discount, and you want to separate those two. So let's see how that will work. All you have to do on subtotal is it's not that complicated. Subtotal. And let's go back to that sales receipt again. Okay, so I'm going to create subtotal. I want to add one more installation line. Installation. Okay, let's say this is 2 hours. Another person worked on the same job. The other one worked 1 hour. So I just want to create a subtotal now. I'm just going to add one more line, and I'm going to create a line in here, and I just want to use subtotal here. Subtotal right here. As you can see here, these two, it's 240 bucks. That's your subtotal right there. Okay, so now let's say you want to sell another cable or something else. We're just dealing with non-inventory part right now, and let's say you want to give some discount on this one. We'll come back to that one, and this is this for the subtotal now. Save and close. Okay, now the next one is discount here. All right, discount this one. So you want to give discount on certain merchandise sales, and in this case I have a 5%. You can just leave this blank, doesn't matter. So just I have 5% here. Okay, so let's go back one more time. Discount. So all we have to do is discount, description same, and 5%, and income account is sometime you may have a separate discount counter type of income account, or I'm just using merchandise. Basically it will come out from the same income account. And tax code, I'm making this non-taxable. Okay, so let's go to sales receipt again, same one. Okay, so I'm going to give a discount on cables. So cables discount here, and it's 10 cents, 5%, and I want to create a subtotal in here. There you go. So $2, and you're giving 10 cents discount, and then charging $5 for shipping. So you can save and close. Okay, let me make sure this is non-taxable. If the other one is non-taxable, so non-taxable, make sure it's taxable or not. So I'm making these two non-taxable. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so we went through service, and we went through non-inventory, other charge, subtotal, discount, and now we're going to go through the payment here. The next one is payment. All right, let's go to for payment. It's let's see how it's this is the payment one, and all you're saying is that this is for like getting prepayment from a customer before you got a job, and you ask for prepayment, and you'll start job once you get the prepayment from a customer. And let's say payment method is check. You can select any way you want it, check, credit card, whatever, and deposit. You're going to deposit this to this bank account, or just select to undeposited funds account. You're going to group it and deposit to your bank. Okay, so let's create one invoice. Same customer. Let's say we're going to do installation, and let's say it's a 40 hours job, and you want some payment first, right? So the payment, let's say $2,000 payment. Here we go. So $2,000 payment, and let's say this is non-taxable. So balance due is 1,200 bucks. So that's how the payment works. It's a negative one. So you have to show as negative there. Save and close. Okay. So now what's left? Sales tax. Okay, so sales tax, I'm going to deal with sales tax item. I already created one here. Let's say this one. Okay, sales tax. So if you don't see sales tax, you have to go to preference, and then set up, enable this sales tax setup there. So sales San Diego, and just put the rate in here and the tax agency as a vendor. And when you're ready to pay it, uh, you know, you have to go through this right here: vendors, sales tax, and pay sales tax. Don't just write a check. You just write a check, it won't clear the sales tax account. So you have to go through right channel: sales tax, vendors, sales tax, and pay sales tax. Okay, so and then there's a group sales tax. You know, if you have a group sales tax type in your state, uh, like this, San Diego is 8%, and then it is a local additional 1/4%. Then you just select from that list. San Diego here, and local tax another 1/4%. So total comes to, whenever you select on your invoice, you know, or sales tax, sales receipt will show 8 1/4%. Okay, so that take care of everything. Now we're gonna deal with the inventory part. So at this point, for it to do inventory, you gotta have some knowledge about a little bit about cost accounting. I hope you do. Okay, so let's get started on this one. So this is a computer store, and they assemble computers. So they buy computer parts, the retail parts, and they also sell that, and they assemble certain parts to make a computer. Okay, so let's just deal with the certain things here. So let's say they bought some hard drive in here. Okay, so this is for the inventory part, not non-inventory, inventory assembly. So at this point, it's the inventory part. Okay, so inventory part, it's saying I'm buying hard drive, and my sales price, I'm going to sell it for $50, and my cost when I buy it is $40 or so. I don't know the exact price. It's $40 or so, and just put in the number there. So this one, you know, it doesn't matter at this point, but it has to be fairly accurate if you're going to do the inventory assembly. So here's the merchandise, and then it's taxable. We select the taxable here, and then the income account is merchandise sales. Okay, and the inventory asset account I want to use is inventory asset account. And whenever I sell it, I want to pull it off from inventory asset. I want to expense it to cost of goods sold account. So this is how it's set up. Okay, so right now there's nothing in there. Let's buy some inventory. So I have a few inventory items there. I'm going to buy certain inventories, and I'm going to just write a check. Let's say I'm going to buy from Ingram, and remember, this is the one you want to use items, not expenses. Expenses, they go directly to chart of accounts, and it's not for inventory. So we're dealing with items in here, so you have to select this one. So let's just select inventory part in here. Okay, I'm going to select all these inventory parts. Let's say the camera, 3 cameras, camera case, let's say 4, let's say, and hard drive, let's say 10, and motherboard, another 10, and let's say SD memory card, let's say 5, and let's say some well, this is the cables one. Let's say you bought some cables, and let's say 5. Let's make it 10. Okay, so that should do it. So there's a total price, and this is your total. This is the amount. You're writing check, $2,032, and save and close. Okay, as you can see here, now you have all these items, and ready to resell it. You can resell this, or you can assemble it and sell it. Okay, so that's the inventory part. Inventory part is done. So now we're going to deal with inventory assembly. Okay, so inventory assembly, what I'm going to do is So this is a computer store. I'm going to assemble computer parts only. Okay, so in here, so I have it here, hard drive. So select from the list right here, from your computer inventory list, and then the cables, and then installation. As you can see here, cables, there's no pricing because the non-inventory is just one-sided right now. Installation, same thing. And if you want to see accurate bill of materials, then you have to have a cost for those non-inventory and installation part too. Okay, so what you have to do now is you need to go to non-inventory part. You can use that part of assembly. Is a cable one. As you can see here, just one-sided, right? Just the revenue side. There's no cost involved. Then you get this is when you have to click this. I'm making two-sided, and I'm going to put the cost in here. Let's say $1 a piece, and expense account I want to use is cost of goods sold. Okay, it's a non-inventory, so I'm just going to expense it when I buy it. Okay, and same thing with installation. I'm going to use this for assembly too, so I'm going to use both here, right here, two-sided, and the cost on this one, let's say, is 30 bucks per hour, and expense account, so let's say still same thing, cost of goods sold. Okay, uh, and now I can go back to assembly thing, inventory assembly, which is this. So as you can see here, now you have more cost developed here. So you have bill of materials is 91 bucks. So $1 here, installation service fee, your labor cost is 30 bucks, and you have non-inventory of $1 in here, and your cost, actual bill of materials cost is $91. And of course, the computer, you need more than these parts. So once you add more, then of course your bill of materials cost is going to be higher. And on this one, I'm just saying it's the selling price for the computer is $500, and it's taxable. And when I sell it, I want to record sales from my invoice of sales receipt to income account. And when I build this, I want not the inventory asset account. I want to have a separate inventory setup. I'm just going to call this assembled inventory product, which is separate from your resale inventory asset account. So the separate one. If you want it more accurate, then you need a separate inventory account or under current asset for assembled products. And it'd be a lot better to track it that way. You can still use this inventory asset if it's mixed up, but it's better to track it separately. Okay, so I don't have assembly anything in here, so I'm going to show you the next one how to assemble. Okay, so basically this tells you one more time. So you assemble cost, the bill of materials is 91 bucks, and this is just an example, and you're going to sell for $500. And now we're going to build, you have enough parts in here. I'm going to build one computer. Okay, so you go to vendors, and under here you see inventory activities and bill assemblies. And I'm going to build just one unit. As you can see here, quantity needed, it's so exactly the same like how it was on bill of materials. And it's right here, just have to save it. Now if you go back to your inventory, your item list assembly, you will see one unit here. They pull out from your inventory parts, and now build one unit here. So now you can sell this one unit. So create sales receipt and select assembly part, assemble finished product, computer. Let's see, right here, there's computer 101, and the price is 100, and it's taxable. Select taxable in here, or if it's group, you can just select group 8.25%, or if it's just item 1, 8%, let's just say this one is a group sales. So 4125 is the tax. $500 is your sales income amount. Okay, at this point you can add whatever you need. You can add anything you want. Let's just say they also want to buy one extra motherboard. Let's add it in here. Also taxable. And let's say another one, a hard drive. So just to expand this, all three taxable. And if you want to add an additional installation service fee, you can charge it here. Or let's just say this is 0.5, so if you have, so it's 1. Let's say it's $40. You can just change it in here if you want. All right, so something like that. Okay, so this is non-taxable. I want to make this non-taxable for now. Okay, so that will take care of a computer, assemble computer. As you can see here, now it's gone. Okay, so now let's go back to the group one here. Okay, in this case, group. Whole idea here, I want to also sell cameras, and I want to make a package deal and sell it. I also sell these individual items, but I want to make a package deal and more attractive to my clients, customers, and I'm going to give some discount and make a package deal here. So camera package number 1, and under description, you can list all these like this. Camera, so this is in package. You have a camera 1 and 1 case. So this is one you will see it on sales form, invoice or sales receipt. And let's say SD memory card 1. Okay, and then you have a discount in here. Camera discount, it comes from the list. Discount, camera package, camera discount. Okay, let's just see how the camera discount is set up. So in this case, it's camera discount. I'm going to give $30 discount whenever I sell this package. Okay, so now go to sales receipt, and I have only one customer here, and select that camera package. So camera package in here, see, with a group, under group, camera package number 1. So on invoice, on sales, you'll see all the details in here, but the customer won't see all these costs in here. The whole idea here is to, some companies, some manufacturers, they don't want to give discount. You have to sell it on manufacturer's retail price. So basically, they don't see the $30 discount or breakdown of all these costs, all this selling price. But if you look at the invoices in here, sales receipt, you can see here, you will see something like this. Right here, camera package number 1, and includes all these 4 items, and the sales tax right here is $500. 8% is $40. Okay, so that's one way of handling the group, not to show the all the price for all the items, and the other way to handle this is in here, camera package. If you want to see items in group printed, then you select this one. Right here. Okay, so let's see if we can. This is the new one. There's a group. Okay, on screen it still looks the same, but when you want to print receipt, see what happens there. See, it will list everything in here, including discount. So it depends how you want to display this on on your sales receipt or invoice. And if you want to display all this, you don't need all the detail again or make it different. So that's how it works. You can save this. And uh, anyway, so we have a separate detailed videos on assemble and some other things. So this one is just a good startup. Anyway, so that should do it on this one. And subscribe to our YouTube channels. We have 2 channels. And like us on Facebook. And this new QuickBooks.com. It's for QuickBooks Desktop only. And for QuickBooks Online, we have a separate website. It's newqbo.com. Newqbo.com is for QuickBooks Online. New QuickBooks is for QuickBooks Desktop. Thank you.